welcome to grade 10 TLE class. So in this video lesson, I am going to discuss with you learning outcome number 3, which pertains to plate, present, poultry, and game dishes. So along with this are the most essential learning competencies. Number 1 is identify the type of servicewares to be utilized in serving poultry and game bird dishes. Second, present plated poultry and game bird dishes with appropriate sauces, garnishes, and accompaniments. So before we proceed with our discussion, I want you to make a quick write or think of a word or a term associated with plating. The first word is plating. Second is garnishes. Next is serving size. Next is calories and nutrients, and the last one is services. Okay, I will give you a few minutes to write down words associated with plating, garnishes, serving size, calories and nutrients, and then services. Are you done with your first activity? Okay, let us proceed to the next. Will you please make an observation about the pictures presented? So what can you see in the pictures? Yes, you're correct. So we are going to discuss now portion control for cooked poultry and game. So, poultry karamihan ay chicken. So chicken, the meat shrinks about 25% when cooked. Meat shrinks about 25% when cooked. A quarter-pound hamburger example, 4 ounce will actually yield a 3 ounce portion after cooking. An 8 ounce steak will yield about 6 ounces of cooked meat. So these are examples on how meat shrinks. So it shrinks about 25% when cooked. So for example, a kilogram of meat of chicken, what will be the yield after they are being cooked? A kilogram will yield to 3/4 kilogram, correct? Because it shrink for about 25%. Okay, a chicken breast is generally 3 to 4 ounces. A chicken breast is generally 3 to 4 ounces. A chicken thigh is usually 2 ounces, while a leg is 1 to 2 ounces. Chicken wings are high in fat. It takes 2 wings to equal a ounce. Choice or exchange with that. So chicken's wings are high in fat. It takes 2 wings to equal a ounce, 1 ounce choice with that. Halimbawa, ang pinili mo ay chicken wings. Paborito, chicken wings. Yung isang chicken wings ay almost kulang sa iyo dahil yung dalawang chicken wings will yield to only 1 ounce choice. So that is all about chicken. With chicken meat shrinks about 25%. Okay, how to do control portion sizes? Portion control secret. So pag sinabi nating portion, a portion is how much food you choose to eat at one time. So yung laki ng hiwa o laki ng cut ng karne na iyong i-consume sa iyong pagkain. Portion is how much food you choose to eat at one time. For example, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack. Whether in a restaurant, from a package, or in your own kitchen, portions can be bigger or smaller than the recommended food servings. There is no standard portion size and there is no right or wrong portion size. So, depende sa preparation o depende sa kung ano yung preferred na kumakain. So, there is no standard portion size and no single right or wrong portion size. A portion, ano na nga ang portion? A portion is how much food you choose to eat at one time. Kung gaano kalaki yung gusto mong kainin in your breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks. Okay. How about serving? Ano kaya ang pagkakaiba ng serving. A serving size is the amount of food listed and recommended on a product nutrition fact panels of packaged food, or the amount of food recommended in the food guide, pyramid, and dietary guidelines. So, yung serving size, it is recommended or the amount recommended in the food pyramid group and in the dietary guidelines. So, anong pagkakaiba ng portion at saka ng serving size? So, sabi natin kanina yung portion ay walang maling portion, depende sa taong kumakain o doon sa nagkukonsume ng pagkain. Pag sinabi naman nating serving size, ito na yung mayroong recommended size or recommended na dami. Depends upon the food guide pyramid and the dietary guidelines. Sometimes the portion size and the serving size match. Sometimes they do not. So may mga tao na kumakain according to serving size at sakto dun sa portion size na kanyang gusto. May mga tao naman na malaki yung portion size, so sobra naman sa serving size. A serving is a standard amount used to help give advice about how much to eat or to identify how much calories and nutrients are in food. So, yung serving size ang nagbibigay ng bilang o kung gaano karami yung iyong dapat kainin at kung gaano kadaming calorie ang nutrient na nandoon sa o present dun sa pagkain. Okay, how to control portion sizes. How to control portion sizes. So, paano nga ba natin mapapaliit yung ating kain o yung ating intake ng pagkain? So, eating smaller portions of food is one of the easiest way to cut back on calories. So, sabi dito, mas maliit o mas kaunting amount ng pagkain, mas kakaunting calorie ang ating nakukonsume. Siyempre, pag maliit lang yung cut ng ating kinakain pagkain, kakaunti ang calories content. But it can also be one of the most challenging with the current trend of supersizing. Nakakakain ba kayo dun sa mga restaurant na nag-o-offer ng buffet? O di kaya ay eat all you can? O di kaya yung mga tinatawag nating only rice? Yan. So, challenging yan sa mga nagda-diet. So, dapat tayo na yung magkocontrol sa ating sarili. How do you know a reasonable portion of a food when you see it? Paano mo ba malalaman na yung tamang dami ng pagkain na nakahain ay sapat sa iyo? Okay, you have to visualize the objects mentioned below when eating out, planning a meal, or grabbing a snack. So, ikaw talaga yung magde-decide kung gaano karami yung pagkain na iyong i-intake. Kahit pa ikaw ay nasa buffet, nasa eat all you can, at saka na nga sa unli, kung anong mga unli ang naka-offer. Okay, so you are going to consider some factors to consider in presenting and plating poultry dishes. So, sa pagpi-plate, syempre, isang nakakadagdag sa appeal ng pagkain ay yung tinatawag nating plating. O kung paano isinerve o inihain ang pagkain sa iyo. So, factors to consider in presenting or plating poultry dishes. The first one is yung tinatawag nating types of servicewares. Servicewares. Pag sinabi natin servicewares, yun yung mga kitchen utensils or dining utensils na ginagamit sa pagsiserve ng pagkain. Second is yung tinatawag natin plating. Ang sunod ay yung garnishing, the sauces, and then the condiments, and then the other one is accompaniment. So, ito yung mga ilang factors to consider when you are going to present or plate a poultry dishes. The first one is types of servicewares, and then the manner of plating, garnishing, the sauces, and the accompaniments. Okay, let us discuss now plating and presenting poultry dishes. Plating. So, let us take a look at the pictures. So, the pictures presented shows creative food presentation technique. So, pagmasdan ang nasa larawan, hindi ba talaga namang nakakatakam paano na yung serving size na sinasabi kapag ganito kasarap ang pagkain na nakahain and then ikaw po ay nagugutom. So, talagang mapapalaki ang iyong kain. Okay. The way food is presented affects a person's perception on how it will taste. So, kung paano yung presentation ng pagkain nakakaapekto sa gana o dun sa feeling ng taong kakain. So, people instinctively reject roast apples and brown bananas and recognize well-marbled beef and perfectly ripe produce. Preferred dishes work in the same manner. The perfect dish includes food that tastes as good as it looks. Sabi nga, that tastes as good as it looks. Parang sa tingin pa lang ay masarap na. So, sa pamamagitan ng pagpiplating, makikita natin o ma-appreciate agad natin na sa tingin pa lang, parang masarap na. Okay. So, sino nga bang tao ang pipili naman ng mga halimbawa? Ang nakahain ay mayroong nakahain na isang piling. Alam niyo yung piling? Isang piling ng saging. May maganda at may pangit. Sino pa naman ang dadampot kapag yung banana ay brown? O medyo parang nabubulok na. Siyempre, pipiliin natin yung maganda ang presentation. Ganon din sa apple. Halimbawa sa prutas, apple. Siyempre, pipiliin natin yung maganda ang physical na characteristics ng pagkain. So, ganun din sa paghahain ng mga chicken dishes. So, the perfect dish includes food that tastes as good as it looks. Much of the artistry of cooking comes after the food has been cooked and it's time to transfer it from pot to plate. So, yung artistry ng pagkain magsisimula doon sa pagluluto. Sa pagluluto pa lang, and then, hanggang doon sa paghahain sa plate, ay makikita mo na talaga yung artistry ng mga chef. Here, chefs rise above cooks as they arrange the different components on a plate, like interior designer place furniture to create culinary masterpieces. So, sa mga chef, yung kanilang mga plating presentation, yun yung kanilang mga masterpieces. So, kagaya din ng mga nagtatrabaho as interior designers, kung paano nila ina-arrange ang mga appliances or ang mga furniture sa loob ng isang bahay, ganun din ang mga chef. So, yung mga chef, meron silang mga masterpiece, kinukonsider nilang masterpiece ang bawat plating o bawat food presentation na kanilang ginagawa. Okay, let us discuss now plating the food. So, plating the food. What is plating? So, plating. Ano yung word na naisulat niyo about plating? Yes, plating is the act of arranging the meal on the individual plate immediately before it's served. Plating is the act of arranging the meal on the individual plate immediately before they are serve. So, bago i-serve ang pagkain, ginagawa yung tinatawag nating plating. That is an act of arranging the meal on individual plate. The presentation or the plating should look natural. It should feel as though everything that is on the plate is meant to be, should feel as though everything that is on the plate is meant to be exactly where it is. Okay, so sa presentation should look natural. So kung kayo ay magpi-plating, avoid natin yung overcrowded plate. So hindi na magandang tingnan kapag yung pagkain ay almost full na dun sa plate. Parang pagkain mo pa lang ay parang busog ka na agad. Kasi ang dami-dami, di ba? So presentation should look natural. It should feel as though everything are meant. It should be meant to be exactly where it is. So, not overcrowded ang plating. It should look natural. Try to strike a balance between having enough food on the plate to convey hospitality without overcrowding the plate and potentially offending your guest. So try to strike a balance between having enough food on the plate to convey hospitality without overcrowding the plate and potentially offending your guest. O diba, sabi ko nga, wag masyadong overcrowded kasi parang ano na siya, parang offending na dun sa guest. Pag ikay magsiserve sobrang dami, para bang yung kakain ay ano ba naman yan? Ang dami-dami. Diba? Parang problemado yung kakain kung paano niya uubusin. Try to leave 1/3 of the plate empty. 1/3 of the plate should be empty and plate your dish immediately before you serve it. Okay, gamit tayo ng mathematics. In a 1 whole, for example, a plate is a 1 whole. 1/3 is empty. So, gaano karami yung portion na may lamang pagkain kung yung 1/3 ay empty? Okay, correct. The answer is 2/3. So, 2/3 or the 2/3 part of the plate are nandun yung mga pagkain. Okay, it goes without saying that hot food should be hot and cold food should be cold. So, kapag magpi-plate o magsaserve ng pagkain, hot food should be hot and cold food should be cold. Hot should be hot and cold should be cold. So, dapat isi-serve natin yung maiinit na pagkain na sila ay mainit and then yung cold as malamig. Magbigay nga kayo ng halimbawa. Yan, halimbawa, yung mga soup, hot soup. Siyempre, kapag yan ay soup, yan isi-serve mo as hot food item. Pero kung yan ay yung mga dessert, just like yung mga frozen dessert, yung mga inilalagay sa refrigerator, such as salad, so isiniserve natin sila as chicken macaroni salad. For example, sa chicken macaroni salad should be served cold, while chicken macaroni soup should be served hot. Correct. So, always check the temperature of your food before you serve it to a guest. Okay. So, dapat titignan natin yung temperature kung ito ba ay mainit o kung ito ba ay malamig. Okay. After you have put the food on the plate, check to see that the plate is clean. So, okay. Kung halimbawa naglagay na kayo, nagplating na kayo, bago i-present ang pagkain, kailangan gumamit tayo ng kitchen towel to wipe out the excess food on the rim of the plate. Plate edges should be especially immaculate. Clean spills or sauces away with a moist, clean sponge or paper towel. So, yan. Kinakailangang lilinisin muna yung rim of the plate before serving. Okay, so let us discuss now how to decorate the frame. So, ano kaya yung tinatawag nating frame when it comes to plating or food presentation? So, if the food is the masterpiece, then the plate is its frame. Yun naman pala, yung plate pala is the frame. The food is the masterpiece and the plate is its frame. Adapt artistic framing strategies to your cooking for a quick way to improve your food presentation. Buy beautiful bowls and plates in a variety of shapes and colors. So, yung mga servicewares, kagaya ng plate, nakaka-apekto rin sa food presentation. So, kinakailangan natin, meron tayong mga plate na in variety of shapes and colors. So, preferably, ang ginagamit natin ay contrasting color. Preferably, ang ginagamit natin kadalasan ay white. So, if the food are too colorful, so mas mabuting gamitin ang white plate. So, you can also decorate the rim of a plate just as you decorate a frame. Use culinary elements like colorful spices or confectioner's sugar, just like what you see in the pictures. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng mga culinary elements such as spices and confectioner's sugar. Pwede rin nating lagyan ng tinatawag na mga sauces. And make sure you have to clean up the mess before food before the food is being presented to the customers. Okay, so let us discuss now mix shapes, colors, and texture. So as what you see in the picture, so magandang tingnan kapag maraming kulay ang pagkain. So bubuhayin natin ang pagkain sa pamamagitan ng ating pag-arrange or pag-mix ng shapes, colors, and texture. So food is naturally beautiful. So food is naturally beautiful. Combine foods with different shapes, colors, and textures on the same plate. So naturally, maganda naman talaga ang pagkain. So ang kailangan lang natin is we have to artistically combine food with different shapes, colors, and textures on the same plate. Yan. If your plate will contain multiple elements, use an odd number of dishes rather than an even number for further interest. So, kung ang inyong isi-serve na pagkain ay countables, just like chicken lollipop, o di kaya ay fried chicken, o di kaya ay, ano pa yung mga nabibilang, chicken dish. Yan, kinakailangan daw sila ay nakapresent in an odd number. So, ibig sabihin, odd number sa mathematics, we have 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on. Rather than even numbers, which are 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So, try to integrate a variety of shapes in each dish. So, maganda rin na naglalagay tayo ng iba't ibang hugis ng pagkain doon sa ating mga ipipresent na pagkain. So, ganun yon. How to decorate the frame. Let us discuss now garnishes. So ano ba ang nakikita sa larawan? Yan. Nakikita nyo yung mga pictures presented? Ang gaganda, nakakadagdag ng appeal. Pwedeng simple, pwedeng complex. It depends upon the skills of the chef and then dun sa food na ipipresent. Okay, garnishes can be as simple or intricate as you like. So, simple or intricate. Sabi ko nga, pwedeng simple, pwedeng complex, or maraming masyadong mga art. For a twist on a traditional parsley spring, use a sprig of of an herb or spice that was used in the dish. A ham flavored with rosemary might feature a sprig of rosemary on each plate. Spicy pad thai can include a wedge of lemon or lime and a dash of paprika sprinkled around the plate. You can also garnish with small fans of fruits and vegetables like cucumber, pineapple, avocado, citrus, kiwi, or apple. So, sa paglalagay natin ng garnishes, siguraduhin ang garnishes na ilalagay sa pagkain ay lahat ay edible. Kung yan man ay hilaw, dapat yan ay nakakain ng hilaw. Halimbawa ay yung cucumber. So, pwede natin gamitin. And then, halimbawa, kung ilalagay ninyo ay yung bell pepper, huwag nyo ilalagay ang bell pepper na hilaw. Make sure na i-blanch ninyo yung bell pepper bago ilagay sa plating or serve as garnishes. Make sure the garnishes are edible. The key to selecting a garnish is picking a garnish that will improve the dish. So, hindi tayo basta-basta napili ng mga garnishes as basta-basta na lang natin. Sabi nga ay mema ilagay lang. So, ang pipiliin dapat na garnishes will improve the dish. Garnishes add color and continue a theme such as brightly colored orchid on top of passion fruit cream brulee. They can accent a dish color like chives on top of a baked potato or a dish flavor. So, dapat ang pipiliin natin garnishes ay it will improve the dish and it will add color on the dishes. At sabi ko nga, it should be edible. Garnishes can provide complementary colors like peanuts and pad thai or contrasting flavors like a lemon wedge with seafood. An entroy sauce also makes a delicious garnish. Swirl it around or a top of the plate for visual and gustatory interest. Okay, so dapat ay meron tayong complementary flavor o tinatawag natin complementary colors and then contrasting color. So nakakapagpadagdag ng appeal sa pagkain yung ating nilalagay na mga garnishes. Pwedeng complementary flavor or contrasting flavor. So ito naman yung tinatawag natin mga condiments. So kadalasan gumagamit din tayo ng mga condiments or mga sauces dun sa ating mga nilalagay na pagkain. So ating ipine-present na pagkain. So condiments are substances such as relish, vinegar, or spice used to flavor or complement the food. So gumagamit tayo ng mga condiments in order to complement the food. Improve the taste and add flavor. Okay, laging tandaan, a dish that looks good is more likely to be eaten. So, tatandaan natin lagi pag magpe-prepare tayo ng pagkain that a dish that looks good is more likely to be eaten. So, appeal pa lang ng pagkain, sa tingin pa lang sa pagkain, masarap na siyang kainin. Okay. So, before I end up my presentation, I want you to reflect on the following. Any more questions? Do you have questions about plating, presenting, poultry and game bird dishes? Okay. So, kung mayroon kayong mga tanong, you can go back to my presentation and then panoorin, pakinggang muli. Okay, reflect on the following. Number 1, why plating is considered as an art? Why plating is considered as an art? Bakit siya tinawag nating an art? And then second, how will you able to improve the appearance of your preferred dish? So explain your answer. So reflect on the following. You may write your answer in a clean sheet of pad paper. The first question is, why plating is considered as an art? The second is, how will you able to improve the appearance of your preferred dish? Explain your answer in 3 to 5 sentences. 3 to 5 sentences. Okay, for your vocabulary enrichment, sabi nga natin, use then or use it in a sentence. Use it. Number 1 is plating. Number 2, garnishes. Number 3, serving size. And then number 4 is condiments. Use it in a sentence. Plating, garnishes, serving size, and condiments. Additional points will be given to students who were able to do the reflection and vocabulary enrichment. Okay. Do you have any questions, class? About learning outcome number 3, plate, present, poultry, and game dishes. Okay, let us proceed to your evaluation or to your assessment. In a clean sheet of pad paper, you may write your answer, or if you have your activity sheet with you, you may use your activity sheets. So, activity 1 is, the title of this activity is Complete Me. Complete Me, write the missing letters to complete the answers. Okay, so let's begin. Number 1, it is the act of arranging the meal on the individual plate immediately before it's served. The act of arranging the meal on the individual plate immediately before it's served. The given letters are P, A, and G. Second, if the food is the masterpiece, then the plate is its blank. If the food is the masterpiece, then the plate is its blank. The given letters are R, A, and E. Given letters are R, A, and E. Number 3, an item or substance used as a decoration or embellishment accompanying a preferred food dish or a drink. An item or substance used as decoration or embellishment accompanying a preferred food dish or drink. The given letters are G, A, S, and H. G, A, S, and H. Number 4. So one of the factors in plating poultry dishes. So one of the factors that affect or use in plating poultry dishes. So the given letters are S, U, C, and S. S, U, C, and S. Number 5. The amount of food listed and recommended on a product's nutrition facts pertains to number 5. The amount of food listed and recommended on a food product's nutrition facts are number 5. The given letters are S, E, N, G, S, and then Z. S, E, N, G, S, and then Z. Okay, activity number 2 is enumeration. Enumerate the following. Enumeration, number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Factors to consider in presenting, plating poultry dishes. Okay, so let us proceed to activity number 2. Activity number 2 is enumeration. Enumerate the following. Number 6 to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Factors to consider in presenting or plating poultry dishes. Factors to consider in presenting or plating poultry dishes. Okay, letter B. Creative food presentation techniques. Creative food presentation techniques. Number 11 to 14. Creative food presentation techniques. Okay, for your activity number 3, the last activity, this is for your performance task. Explain briefly the creative food presentation techniques. 2 points each. Letter A is plating the food. Letter B, decorate the frame. And letter C, garnishes. For your performance task, explain briefly the creative food presentation techniques for 2 points each. Letter A, plating the food. Letter B, decorate the frame. And letter C, garnishes. Are you done with your evaluation? Okay, so congratulations! You have done learning outcome number 3, which pertains to plate, present, poultry, and game dishes. Once again, this is Ma'am Odelind saying thank you for watching and keep safe. Bye!